gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of the evening to determine the first ever Nation Extreme Wrestling Champion. Coming to the ring first.
Well, we started with 16 and we are down to 2. It'll be Elliot Tyler taking on the man that's about to make his way into the ring. It is the Golden Boy, Travis Williams. Justin Morissette, will he be golden just minutes from now?
He certainly has an advantage after what we saw from Mr. Ferguson earlier in the night. The Wise Men banned from ringside after that second round matchup that opened the evening against Sebastian Wolf. It wasn't Tony Baroni, it wasn't Billy Swain. It was Mr. Ferguson doing some damage, trying to lay the groundwork and pave a clear path for Travis Williams to be draped in gold by the time this night is done.
You know what's funny is when I walked in, I could have swore I saw Mr. Ferguson, but I said, nah, it couldn't be him. Surely after his loss in the first round, he was going to be at home licking his wounds.
He would be too embarrassed to show up at a show like this.
I couldn't believe he came into the room and definitely gave Travis Williams an advantage here in this championship match. But again, heart can win the day, and Elliot Tyler's going to need a whole bunch of it coming into this championship final.
And the question is, does Mr. Ferguson take those actions if it's not Travis Williams, who's already punched his ticket into the final? He knew who his opponent was going to be and tried to soften him up for Travis Williams to feast on.
But I will say this. There is history in this moment, Justin, because this is the first ever champion in NEW. There will be many more, but there's only one first that sets the tone for the rest of the history. And one of these two men are walking out the champion.
We have seen so many great moments already in the young history of this company. We saw, in fact, Travis Williams wrestle in the first ever match in NEW against Judas Icarus back at NEW 1.
Hard to believe that that was 51 matches ago in just over 2.5 months. NEW has been very active in the community, and now all of a sudden we come to the apex, the climax, the top of the heap. Travis Williams against Elliot Tyler for the NEW Championship.
This company's been on a meteoric rise ever since the beginning, Rob Fay, but it's thanks to talents like this in the ring. This is what brings the people out month after month. It's to watch guys like these two pillars of the Pacific Northwest go head-to-head. We couldn't ask for a better championship round than what we're about to see.
That championship belt handcrafted here in the province of British Columbia. We didn't go outside to get it. We made it right here with our own hands in British Columbia. The bell has rung. We are ready for a championship match. Think of the battles that they've already been through just to get to this moment.
And think of the battles that these two have already had over the years in their careers. Both very young men in their early 20s, but they have met in the squared circle countless times already and have a real good idea of what each other bring to this kind of matchup.
You think of the fact that they've gone through Nicole Matthews and Sebastian Wolf and Malik Mello and Judas Icarus. I mean, that will tax the best of wrestlers. So if you're going to be a champion tonight, you can truly say if you're standing at the end, you've earned it.
Especially Elliot Tyler, the amount of punishment that's been inflicted on him every step of the way. Definitely the harder of the two paths between these two competitors to get where they are, but Travis Williams, of course, surviving quite the match with Judas Icarus in the semifinal not long ago. You can see that pain already affecting the game plan of Elliot Tyler, having some kinks in the neck to work out in the early stages.
Well, that's the first part of the body that you can see he's definitely trying to protect, is he doesn't want Travis to lock him up in any way, shape, or form, and that is definitely tread taken off the tire.
If that neck proves to be a target point for Travis Williams in this match, he can certainly thank Nicole Matthews for softening it up for him in advance.
Elliot Tyler bringing the Golden Boy back up, tripping Tyler. And you got to think that the legs are probably a little heavy as well. You might be able to make those jumps earlier in the night, but round 3, after 30 to 40 minutes of straight punishment, those legs got to be feeling like dead weights at this point.
I would think so, Rob, in the early stages of the match, but midway through this contest, I would not be shocked at all to see both men find their legs once again, because you have to remember what you're fighting for. And when that title is on the line and you've come all this way, you don't want to go home empty-handed. You have to tap into those reserves, maybe run on a little adrenaline.
Slap fight right in the middle of the ring between both these combatants. By hell or high water, they're going to fight and try to get any kind of advantage that they can. Williams in the gold and silver sequins. Elliot Tyler with a new look, the black and silver. Rottweiler on the back, and a strong elbow that sends Travis Williams and his jaw outside of the ring.
As Tyler collects a high five from one fan in the front row. A nice reminder of what he's fighting for as this crowd chants his name.
Over the top rope, somersault right on top, and hit the mark. Travis Williams is down, gasping for air. Elliot Tyler wooing the crowd, trying to get him on his side even more. These chops are on the mark. Oh, telling the fans to get out of Dodge. He wants the old 7-10 split.
Perhaps we're looking at a running uppercut here from Elliot Tyler as he goes all the way to the front door and is going to sprint the entirety of Studio Nightclub. A kick to the face of Travis Williams.
Wow, with about 40 feet of runway as well. He's not going to do it again, is he?
I think he's asking this crowd if they want to see it one more time, and indeed they do, Rob Fay.
Get out of the way, Travis. It's not going to end well.
He's cleared for takeoff. In comes Elliot Tyler.
I told you he couldn't do it twice.
A kick to the gut this time as Travis Williams finds what it takes to stay alive in this match.
Unbelievable athleticism from both Tyler and Travis Williams. Trying to use the side apron, but Elliot Tyler has different plans as he hooks the rope to make sure that he doesn't go up the ladder, and now takes Travis Williams up around his neck. Boy, you could just tell the fatigues in their legs. Oh no, oh goodness.
Pile driver right to the apron as Elliot Tyler got spiked head first on the hardest part of the ring.
Oh man, you can see he is glazed over in his eyes right now, and the fans chanting in unison.
And what a momentum swing, as it looked like Tyler was poised to hit an Alabama slam on Williams. Instead, a pile driver goes the other direction.
Now the question is Travis Williams taking too long, or is he doing the right thing by conserving his energy in this moment?
Interesting, certainly.
Hey, the count is at 8, by the way. Elliot Tyler looking underneath the apron. Boy, he's got one moment to get back in. Oh, he just got back in. 9.5. That pile driver had to take a little bit out of Tyler, and that doesn't help either. Good old-fashioned DDT.
Just spiked him right on his head, and he looks knocked clean out right now.
Almost a championship call right there. Travis frustrated, but the momentum clearly in favor of the Golden Boy at this moment.
Tyler continues to favor that neck. The back of the neck that was worked over so consistently by Nicole Matthews in that semifinal.
Prone position for Tyler, who's almost using that second turnbuckle as a nighty-night pillow. Well, Travis, boy, he's got to take his eyes off the crowd and focus on Tyler. He's so close to a championship.
That crowd chanting beef, of course, and Williams finding some humor in that, given their current position in this contest. As you said, perhaps needs to keep his eye on the prize. In this case, literally championship gold on the line. There's no bigger prize than that. Not here in Vancouver, anyway.
Another 2 count, and you think about this, there's no tomorrows. You win this match, you walk out of here the NEW champion. There's no more fights after this. Tyler hunched over. Got a pretty good grip on Travis Williams, who he takes over the top.
You could see him grimace as his shoulders hit on that impact as well. Of course, he was the aggressor in that suplex, but it took a lot out of Tyler just to deliver it.
Slap to the Golden Boy's chest. Tyler trying to find momentum. Instead, he finds a drop kick. Here comes the pin. 1, 2. Do we have a champion? No.
And of course, wins and losses do matter in this company, Rob Fay. We do keep track of the standings from month to month. If you have come all this way to be in the final, you do not want to find yourself back at the bottom of the mountain. You want to walk out of this thing with that championship title belt.
By the way, that was just cold-blooded. Just a good old-fashioned slap to the face. Williams started his career in NEW 0-3, but because of his run here, he's now 3-3 and taking blows from Elliot Tyler in the corner right now. Where do they find the resolve to continue to do what they're doing?
Laying it all on the line for the biggest prize in the West Coast of Canada.
Could it be? Oh, Tyler, one more slam of the mat from a championship.
He needed that extra leverage to hook the leg. Running on adrenaline right now, perhaps didn't have the awareness as far as what that pin situation represented. And now a neck breaker from Williams as he retakes control.
You know, you would have thought 2+ hours into a show, a fan base might have gotten a little tired. It is as electric as we've heard in 2 days here at Studio Nightclub. A sold-out Studio Nightclub, I might add, for a championship match between Elliot Tyler and Travis Williams.
This city still starved for live wrestling entertainment. NEW here to give it to them, and they are feeding both of these performers with energy right now to fire them up here in this contest.
14 other wrestlers on the roster who would sure love to be fighting right now, but it is down to 2.
And think of some of the names that we saw eliminated here this evening. Plenty of people had Judas Icarus pegged for this matchup. Plenty of people had, of course, Artemis Spencer pegged to be in this match as well. And it's tough to call them upsets even, Rob Fay.
Big gamble did not pay off for Travis Williams, and both these wrestlers completely in the car with the needle on E. Travis Williams in the November power rankings in NEW wasn't even in the top 5.
And why would he be? Hadn't even picked up a win yet.
An improbable run to the championship could cap off with him and the Wiseman of all people walking out with all the gold that NEW has to offer, but Elliot Tyler's got other ideas. Oh my goodness, especially on the side of the ring.
That took a lot out of both men.
Unbelievable that these guys are still standing. Could this be the pin that decides it? 2, and he just about had a 3 count. Travis is going to go up. Somersault, and it hits the mark. 1, 2. Oh, he almost got it. Boy, you couldn't get any closer to a championship if you tried.
An incredible moonsault right on target. That aerial offense of Travis Williams can be such a game changer, but Elliot Tyler just able to find that little bit of reserve left in the tank to get one shoulder up and keep this match going.
Everybody watching this with so much intent. They haven't taken their eyes off of this for a second. Oh, a straight punch, another one, a third one, a fourth, fifth, oh, counting doubles. Wow. Straight to the canvas. Tyler not wasting any time. He's going to go all the way up the elevator shaft. Top rope. Does he hit it? You bet he does. Hook of the leg, 2, and oh, I'll tell you what. I thought we had a champion right there.
There was a lot of dusty roads in those strikes from Elliot Tyler moments ago, and it's Travis Williams who's feeling some hard times right now. And of course, this crossface is what sent Elliot Tyler on to the finals, was able to beat Malik Mello and Nicole Matthews with this maneuver, but it's Elliot Tyler.
Oh, savvy move, Justin Morissette, savvy move.
Forced to break the submission because Travis Williams finds the ropes. But what do either of these men have left in them?
Tyler went for the charge, and now Williams is going to try to take him all the way over, and he sure does. He's got to go for the pin in this moment.
The best move since sliced bread right there for Travis Williams. With a body slam as Williams goes for the cover.
And almost. Two again. Williams looking up at the second level here at the Studio Nightclub, asking even them what he has to do to try and win this one.
The exasperation just painted all over his face right now. What more do I possibly have left? What moves have I not already tried? And it's the heart of Elliot Tyler who's kept him in this match.
Look at this. All of a sudden, Travis Williams taking the tape off of his wrist and now trying to choke out Elliot Tyler. Surely the ref sees this. It's time to break it up, but he's going to use all 5 seconds to try and take every last piece of oxygen, every last molecule out from the esophagus of Elliot Tyler.
Hopefully that is not a signal that the referee is losing control on this match. Because, of course, we've seen the Wisemen already banned from ringside here tonight. And look at this. Bridging submission from Elliot Tyler.
Could it be a submission that finds our way to an NEW champion? But Elliot Tyler is going to break. He found the resolve, and now taking the wrist of Travis Williams. Lariat all the way to the ground. Could this be it? Wait. Elliot Tyler goes back up again. Unreal. We might have our champion right here. 2-0, just in the nick of time.
How did Travis Williams kick out of that? Elliot Tyler with a hammerlock lariat, taking a page out of the book of Judas Icarus. We've seen that finish Travis Williams before, and then he added another move on top of it, and yet still, the Golden Boy is alive and kicking. The fatigue of this tournament on full display right now. Neither man able to get back to their feet, but the strikes keep coming.
Hard shot from Williams. And one responded right back from Elliot Tyler. Unbelievable fortitude from both of these men right now. I don't even think they can see who they're hitting in front of them. Chop. Beef with just a closed knuckle punch. Justin Morissette is going to take that one move, that one thing that gets them to the title.
We are inching ever closer to that maneuver, you have to think, with the reserves depleted of both men right now. They continue to exchange forearms to the face.
Tyler now lifting up the Golden Boy up to the top rope, stretching those legs on each side, and a quick punch just to make sure that he too can get up. High risk maneuver.
And you have to think one more hard impact off the top rope will do it. Williams knows it too. That's why he's fighting for it to not be him going crashing into that mat.
Closed fist punch and a headbutt from Elliot Tyler. A last resort, if you will. He's going to try And suplex him off the top rope, and guess what? He delivered. We might have a new. Hold on a second. Oof.
I don't even know whose shoulders were down out of that.
Double clothesline. They both were. What an even championship matchup here tonight at Studio Nightclub.
If that had been a 3 count, what would we even do there, Rob Fay?
Cut that belt in half and let him go home with half each. You think to where they were when this night started. All of those hard fights just to get to this match. And then this. Tyler with a strong shot right to the side of the face of Travis Williams. A clap to the back as well. That'll sting. Look at the energy for Tyler. Never count him out.
And again, the submission. Can Elliot Tyler reach the rope? He's trying with everything he's got. Needs that rope break to stay alive.
Oh, everybody thought he was going to tap, and finally Elliot Tyler makes his way all the way to the rope, and they got to break it up.
And you could hear the air just about come out of this room as it looked like Elliot Tyler was about to tap out.
That was a vicious kick to the side of Tyler's head. And you can feel that Travis Williams right now understands that he has got a completely worn out Elliot Tyler. Knee right to that neck area again. He's gonna keep on hammering that upper spine. And goes right back to the submission move, working the neck again.
Golden Boy hoping this will do it as the heart of Elliot Tyler is tried one last time. Can he reach the rope? He does!
Wow. Wow. Travis Williams looking up to the crowd. He can't believe that twice he's gone for that submission, and both times Elliot Tyler's been able to find a way out.
And there are tears in the eyes of Tyler right now. The pain that he's endured from having that submission applied and again just dropped right onto the back of his neck.
That had to be it. In a fetal position is Elliot Tyler, and instead of going for the quick pin, Travis Williams, wait a second, he's going under the apron.
What is this? What is this?
He's gone to get a device that loosens the rope and the turnbuckle. I've never seen this before.
As the ref trying to get things back under control, but he's taking the ring apart.
What is he doing this for? He's got a completely fatigued Elliot Tyler right in the middle of the ring.
And he's about to turn this ring into a deadly weapon, Rob Fay.
Wow, he doesn't just want to win the championship. He wants to inflict as much pain as possible. There is now a good portion of the ring post that is completely exposed.
And you know what he's just done is remove Elliot Tyler's ability to get out of that submission.
Oh, the ref wasn't looking. He hit him with a foreign object. Could this be?
Turnbuckle to the face as he locks in the submission hold once again.
There's nowhere to go for Elliot Tyler.
The middle rope or the bottom rope unavailable to him.
Wow, a championship is won. He's knocked out, tapped out Elliot Tyler.
Extreme Wrestling Champion, the Golden Boy, Travis Williams.
I can't believe it. In the middle of the ring, Travis Williams is the NEW champion.
Not the first time the Golden Boy has resulted to extreme measures late in a match. We saw him do it against Josh Alexander at the convention center as well. That ended with Travis Williams going straight through a table. Tonight, it ends with him holding the gold as he's flocked by the wise men.
I cannot believe that the stable of the wise men hold all of the belts in NEW. But I will say this, Travis Williams, for what he did at the end, still earns the the opportunity to raise the gold.
And a credit to the heart of Elliot Tyler, because there's one thing that he never did in that match, and it's say, I quit. He never tapped out. He was knocked out. He simply could not continue. As the Wise Men stand tall at Studio Nightclub, as NEW3's chase for the championship comes to a close, and this crowd is apoplectic, absolutely hates to see this from these men.
So there it is. The next time we broadcast, it'll be NEW4 live from the Commodore Ballroom. Justin Morissette, Jordan Bowman, I'm Rob Fay. Travis Williams has won the NEW Championship at Studio Nightclub. I cannot believe it, but the Wise Men have done it again. Good night from Nightclub.